I will say this. I haven't, and I had I used to do these Crowder closes and I had one written down, but I'll do it maybe tomorrow or something. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. You kind of know me I think everything should be the day to day. And, look, a lot of people need a kick in the ass, okay? And that's true. And then there are some people who kind of need someone to put the reins on them a little bit. And I'm more of the latter. Now, the reason for that is because I wasn't good at anything growing up. I've told this story before. I wasn't good at anything. Wasn't particularly smart, was horribly unathletic. Back then, they didn't know that you could, be creative in this way.
Juggling came.
Yeah, juggling came.
Saved your life.
So, all right, I'm going to hit this now, so you guys. But Dave's going to be performing this weekend somewhere. But it's the day to day. I don't know any other way. So sometimes, this, Gerald, I'll tend to burn out.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like a Mack truck. Put it forward and take off the handbrake. I wish I knew some other way to be more effective, but I don't. And so it's actually probably been 2 years since I've had a real God's honest vacation.
Mm-hmm.
This summer was a surgery. What a restful vacation that was. And then last Christmas we had a whole bunch of shit going on. So I do want to set time to probably, just make sure that I can enjoy things a little bit more. But I will say this. I had set a goal after the surgery, and I posted this on Instagram. So I set it after surgery because sometimes you set goals because life puts obstacles in your way. And that's why I don't like the idea of an arbitrary day, January 1st. After surgery, I gained about, 30-something pounds, I was 255, so 35 pounds, I guess. I'm trying to think. Yeah. 30 pounds. Yeah, wow. So I gained 30 pounds right after the surgery. And my goal was to lose the 30 pounds and to try and regain about 90% of my strength pre-surgery, which for people who don't know, it's very hard to do to gain strength while you're losing weight. And I posted this on Instagram in somewhat of a self-deprecating way. It's probably the only before and after picture that I'll ever post, but because a lot of people were asking me about what happened after the surgery. I missed it by about 6 pounds and about 10%. Well, I know that I'll hit that goal. I wanted to hit it by Christmas, that I'll hit it next week. And that goal sounds arbitrary, but for me, I knew that if I could be back to, for example, squatting 315, 3 plates for reps, that would be something that tells me, okay, I've regained a substantial amount of strength. I missed it. I set a goal for Christmas. I missed it. That's okay. And I think what people need to understand, what really happens with a lot of New Year's resolutions is people see it as this all or nothing. Now, you shouldn't get into the habit of missing your goals, to be clear, okay? That's not a good thing. But if you've never set a goal that you've missed, then you also don't really know what kind of goals you can set for yourself. You should meet most of your goals. You should set goals, and you have to find ways to pick wins up along the way. My friend Chael actually was this way, where he came in second at the World, I think it was World Greco-Roman Wrestling Championships, and he came in second in the UFC. But he was the highest pay-per-view in the history of the company at that point. He was the highest live gate. He had the number one selling T-shirt at that point. And so he said, you know what, you do need to find ways to not just set one goal so that it's either you're a success or you're a failure, but you also collect wins along the way. And so I did. I missed a goal. I wanted to be transparent about it because I believe in living in a way that you can be as accountable as possible. I think accountability breeds greater strength. That's why we have pissants like Fauci walking around and Sotomayor who just become dumber and more out of touch. So I would say for everyone out there, rather than just setting a New Year's resolution, set a day-to-day pattern for you that involves structure, that involves goals with measurable progress, and people around you who will hold you accountable. And if you do that, and you miss goals occasionally, that's not a bad thing. That means that you're swinging the bat, and you generally have a good average. So that's not why I should say that's why I don't really like New Year's resolutions. It's not some idea like, oh, it's cliche. I just think that it causes a lot of people to abandon their goals altogether rather than changing their lifestyle.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.